Finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute. Thank you for joining me this Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. Who we got in the chat? Kawanda, Sir Chance, Josh, Willie. I see you, Willie. How you doing, Willie? Not really a city girl. SE in the chat. Jeff. We got Jeff in the chat. Cyber King Mike in the chat. Hey, look, we got another powerful conversation for you today. And, you know, my son was talking to me, and I think, you know, when I was talking about him yesterday on the air, about me trying to explain to him the work I do in the community, he said, Dad, you didn't have to say that. You know, I got it, you know. He said, I got it. I know what you do. He think I'm a superhero. That's what he said. I said, well, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But the one thing I used to wonder why he used to always ask me, what kind of superpower would you want to have? Like, he would give me different scenarios, like being invisible or having super strength or quickness or elastic, where you can stretch, elasticity or something like that, elasticity. Okay, so he would come up with these different scenarios, and I used to wonder, why would he just, you know, sit around and talk like that all day? Obviously, he thought I was a superhero, so he would always, when he would talk to me, he would come up with, what would you rather have, you know, these different type of superhero traits. And so and we talked about it, you know, yesterday, and he was just definitely intriguing. It's just interesting to understand the perception of children and their parents, like when they actually get old enough to talk to you, you know, like have their own thoughts. Now, some of y'all had your own thoughts when y'all was little, when y'all were like 5 years old. Y'all was mannish, they acting bad. But I'm talking about when they could, you know, intellectually kind of understand what's going on, and that was just an amazing kind of like insight onto how he viewed me dealing with the community. I think Andrew asked me, didn't you ask me a question the other day about what is easier for you to do as far as like issues in the community? What did you say? What question did you ask?
I said you deal with so many different things. Which one do you have down pat? Which one's just like second nature to you dealing with now?
And what did I say?
Homicide.
Homicide. It's easy to me, yeah.
Threw me for a loop, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean that's out of all of the situations, homicides they come easy to me.
Fires, missing people.
See, and that's why I say that the difficult level of homicides is you just trying to find a person, and to me that's like singular. But when it comes to like fires, you got people need places to stay. I got 2 house fires right now, 2 different single parent homes that need 2 to 3 bedroom apartments. So that is more layers to a lot of the other things, like missing. Like it's a ton of layers. But to homicide, it's only like a couple steps, you know, to really flush it out the way it needs to be flushed out. To me, in my brain. Yeah. So I would say homicides was, I did homicides off the top. That was the first thing I was doing.
That was Tory Lowe 101.
Yeah, that came easy. You know, dealing with families that were looking for people who had committed crimes or who had violently took a life. So that was something that kind of came easier. The most difficult thing to do is to find a girl that's being human trafficked. Because you don't know where they took her. You don't know what happened. So I remember I had to run to Chicago to get a girl out of Chicago
So it has so many different moving parts to it that it was tough. So I think that, the easiest thing to do is when people who do homicides is usually most people get killed by usually somebody they know. It's somebody close to them, somebody that knew who they knew, or they became enemies with somebody that they used to know. So once you start circling that idea, and a lot of times, when I got a huge social media following, they may not want to talk to the police, but they'll talk to me. So that came easy because many times the person that knew, they'd be like, they're the person right here, Tory. Like in my inbox. I'm looking at them right now. So I'd be like, oh, wow, it came that quick.
How many of those do you get in your inbox?
Homicides?
Like of the people you found, of the people you've caught, how many came through social media?
90%. 90%. 90% of the cases I resolved came through people that follow me on Facebook. I got a huge following. It's mostly the nucleus of my following is from the city. So people in the city talk. They know what's going on. So they may not want to talk to the police due to the mistrust that's going on. But they've always talked to me. They've always let me know what was going on. Like I was on a call today, and people tell me stuff. But like I said, we're here to resolve. That's it. That's what I use it for. I don't use the information that sometimes people give me to tear down somebody else. Right? That's why I don't believe in attacking people unless they've harmed innocent life. If you ain't harmed innocent life, I ain't got no problem with you. If anybody got a problem with me, it's because they probably did something to somebody, and I got a problem with you too. Like
you had a quote the other day that was pretty good.
What was the quote, Andrew?
If you're against me, you're the devil.
Yeah, I think that anybody that got a problem with me working for the devil, I believe it. Somebody said something about it, Alexis Patterson. I spoke to Ayanna just the other day, her mother. See, this is where I say that, when people make statements like that, I think it's funny because, most people who try to go against what's going on as far as helping people, they are part of the problem half of the time. And then they don't want it to be resolved because maybe they benefiting in some type of way. So it's a lot of benefit that come with a broken community, for the community to be broken. It's billions of dollars worth of brokenness in the black community. So when you come around and you know exactly what to do, sometimes people, they'll applaud in the public, but in private, they're not going to try to support it or give you the resources to expand what you're doing because they make so much money from the issue. It's no money in the cure. There's no money in it. You know what I mean? So I think that many times those that understand how to really resolve get a tough time because once you fix it, no more money can come in. Hey, look, you can find me on Tory Lowe, King, on Facebook, on Instagram, on all social media platforms. If you want to keep up what's going on a day-to-day basis in the community. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ talk and text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause.
It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
Hey, it's me, Coach Erica. Are you feeling lost, tired, or just unfocused? Let me help you get back on track. Join the Journey to Success coaching program today and start becoming the best version of you. Don't wait. Your breakthrough starts now. Learn more at ericaodomjourney.com. That's ericaodomjourney.com. Let's walk this journey together.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Musical chairs again, grams in the cereal box, razor blade calendar. I was weighing out my future while my teachers used to fail at me. Mama worked 2 shifts, still the light stayed amateur, so I practiced on a scale till the numbers acted flattering. First flip was a 20, turned it to a clean deuce. By Friday I was neck deep in a pair of new boots. County checks bouncing, but my trap jumped like crisscross. Kitchen full of white, like the linens at the Ritz bars. Cold stove, hot water, pot singing like Mary J. I just mixed emotion with the soda, that's therapy. Corner store profit, every bottle return is a parlay. Now the whole strip know my name like it's Valentine's Day.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I want to talk about this because we had several stories on this. Remember those men that was walking through the woods on the video camera through the bike trail? And this was out in Menominee Falls. Is that Menominee Falls or that was wherever it was? It was where the nice houses were. They were walking through the bushes, and nobody ever caught them. But I guess now Ozaukee County says that authorities have now arrested 3 men in multi-county burglary ring. We got some video footage of this if you're watching this. We broadcast live. Let's listen.
Over the last few weeks, we've been here several times to cover an ongoing burglary situation across this entire community. You might remember this video of the suspects caught on a trail cam. We can tell you that authorities in Waukesha County arrested 3 suspects, all from Chile, for a string of burglaries across this entire area. It's clear that authorities are connecting the dots based on the methods used and that video that you saw. The 3 suspects are Leandro F. Pino Uribe, Enherbet A. Rojas Silva, and Luciano A. Silva Cifuentes. They are charged with 2 counts each of burglary and possession of burglarious tools like sawzalls. TMJ4 has also spoken to some of the victims. Almost all of the homes are at the ends of cul-de-sacs and backing up to wooded areas, exactly like what we saw on this trail cam video from Mequon. Now, the investigation that led to these arrests started all the way down in the town of Delafield, Waukesha County. We left Ozaukee to come chat with neighbors and residents here.
They interviewed me just like you're interviewing me.
That being the cops. In fact, we told neighbor Paul about the arrests. He lives near the site of the October burglary that kicked off this multi-county investigation.
It's a great thing. It makes us feel a little safer.
He's not the only one who was feeling relieved ahead of the holiday travel season.
I just got back from a little trip.
Before we went down to Delafield, we checked in with Mequon neighbors like Sandy. This is one of the communities hit hardest by burglaries in recent months.
I have no further plans, but it's reassuring to know that the police are working hard on this.
Prosecutors say the 3 men are in the country illegally and are currently at the Waukesha County Jail on immigration holds.
Wow. Came all the way to this country to rob somebody. Mequon. Did I say Menominee Falls? It was Mequon, yeah. But the thing is, this is something that, when we talk about just no matter where you are, there's always going to be a threat that somebody is going to try to violate what you have. I don't think in 2025 there's no such thing as a completely safe community at this point. I mean, even if you do live in a community that's semi-safe, they got the school shootings going on, so you got to be careful with that. It's never I'm finna live in this area. It may be better than certain areas. I'm not gonna say certain areas ain't better than other areas. What I'm saying is you still got to keep your head on the swivel, because these people came all the way from another country, from Chile, and went on a multi-county burglary ring through the bushes. and it was several videos catching them. I mean, think about this. You come from a completely different country, and you may not know how to get around, but you know how to steal. You know how to go and go through bike paths and go through the woods and grab some stuff out of people's houses. This is what you came over here for.
Different climate, too.
I'm just saying.
It's crazy.
How did they get the knowledge of how to maneuver through the bushes? Here we go.
Intrinsic.
Here we go. I'm moving on. I want to head over to Kenosha, where a school threat suspect was accused of trying to disarm police. Once again, like I said, it doesn't matter where you live, you always got to keep your head on the swivel. And in Kenosha, there was a situation where a person that made school threats, a suspect, is accused of trying to disarm the police, trying to take the police pistol. We got audio and video of this. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, let's listen.
The FBI received an anonymous tip and that there was a TikTok posting by Evan of referencing school shootings.
November 26, 2025, the moment officers approached the mother of a 15-year-old accused of making a TikTok that says December 16th is going down.
It's essentially multiple pictures of him in different poses, continually referencing the tragic shooting in Madison a year ago.
Kenosha Police Chief Patrick Patton says digital forensic evidence shows the team searched whether or not K-Tech Schools of Innovation would be open that day. Patton says this same team was responsible for the school scare at Roosevelt Elementary in November 2024, when staff reported the teen entering the building with a bag believed to contain firearms. He was sentenced to a year in juvenile detention.
This has now been over a year process of stopping now the second potential threat that he was trying to carry out.
After his arrest in November, police say the teen lunged at an officer trying to disarm him before he was taken into custody.
This strikes me as a case that's very likely for a waiver into adult court.
Defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie says the decision whether or not to transfer the child out of the juvenile system may now play out in court.
Probably the most significant factor is whether the juvenile system can handle the needs of the child.
Get off this gun! Charges for terroristic threats, attempting to disarm an officer, and resisting arrest have been referred over to the Kenosha County District Attorney's Office.
I mean, this is horrible. This kid has problems, and he's trying to, take it out on the school, on innocent lives. And I heard somewhere that he was like a year or so in juvie, No, he needs to be charged as an adult. Like, this is where I say there's differences in charging. I remember it was the young boy that shot his mother a couple years ago because he wanted a VR headset, and he was waived into adult court immediately. And now we got this situation where anytime you threaten a school or anytime you're making posts about taking lives or having a threat of doing the school shooting idea, if it's found out to be true, you need to be waived into adult court. Why would you let somebody go to juvie for making that threat or trying to follow through with it like a serious situation? See, this is where I say this is the cultural boundaries. These are the cultural boundaries that be going on when you talk about the difference between once you get, around certain cultures, the way that they be charging these kids, this is a legitimate threat. But yet, you only get a year of juvenile detention. And usually when they get out of juvenile detention, that record don't carry over into adulthood. Understand what I'm saying? So that's crazy work. That's crazy work. Also, I want to stay in the school system. A teacher out of Cudahy, a teacher's aide, is charged with assault, child sex assault. I want to talk about this. We want to stay in the school. Here we go. Once again, another teacher's aide out of Cudahy, sexual assault charges on a child. We got video, we got audio. Let's listen.
Police tonight are looking for more possible victims after prosecutors charge a teacher's aide with sexual assault. 28-year-old Demetrian Carr is charged with 2 counts of second-degree sexual assault of a child under 16. According to the criminal complaint, a 15-year-old Cudahy High School student told a school staff member earlier this month that she and Carr engaged in a sexual relationship back in 2023 when she was a freshman, after they exchanged messages on Snapchat. Now, Carr worked as an aide supporting students with intellectual disabilities.
So take away the actual victim in this case, we actually have an additional aggravating factor where this is an individual who is around these vulnerable people. We're going to ask the court.
A court commissioner set $50,000 cash bail.
Wow. And this is where, once again, these kids going into these schools, I can't teach this enough. I can't tell y'all, Truth Nation, make sure that when you release your kids into these public facilities, that you let them know that when they encounter adults, let you know. At least plant those seeds. When they encounter adults that, that are trying to go beyond teaching or beyond the classroom, they need to let you know. That need to be an alert to the adult or to the legal guardian. You know why? Because I always tell my children, if the math teacher is teaching math, that's what they're there to do. But if the math teacher starts to befriend you and do anything outside of the classroom, let me know. Because many times we let these kids go into the schools and they think everybody they friend. Since my parents put me in the school, this means that this must be a safe place for me to make friends and to be, in this environment, and so they can get a false illusion of safety. Understand what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that your kids understand where these adults should be in the proper place. And if they get out of that place or they get out of that setting, then they can recognize, okay, let me tell my parents. Because if you don't do it, some kids get befriended, and then they start keeping secrets, and then next thing you know, ain't no telling. Now you're looking in the phone and oh my goodness. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have a pop culture report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You get up early and double up on double shifts, all so your kid can play club soccer. Making your family's dreams possible? That's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where you invest in yourself and we invest in you. Where career-focused programs make moving up and earning more possible. Here's to an education that lifts your family higher. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors, it probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just a what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. An MRI on Monday confirmed that Green Bay Packers defensive end Micah Parsons sustained a season-ending ACL injury to his left knee. Parsons took to Twitter to say, quote, "I may be sidelined, but I'm not defeated. This injury is my greatest test." This is the first major injury for Parsons in his NFL career. He missed 4 games last season because of an ankle injury, but otherwise has missed only one other regular season game since he entered the NFL in 2021. The Packers travel to Chicago to take on the Bears on Sunday. And tonight in the NBA Cup Championship, it pits the San Antonio Spurs against the New York Knicks. Tip-off from Las Vegas is at 7:30 p.m. on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Put a hole in it, straight out the project, so you know I'm a menace. About to hit the block hard, non-stop till we finish. I'm the cure for the crisis, black, bop, that and righteous. Let's go for the children. Here I come to save the day. No excuses, ain't no more running away. Here now it's time to eliminate the beast. I'm here to save the day. We grinding to take back the street. Take it back. Yeah. I'm standing firm, ain't no folding for nothing. We gon' rise up together. Whole city is coming. We the heartbeat, the culture, the soul of the land. So I'm lifting up the youth, every woman and man. No more pain in our veins. We rewriting the book.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. It's just me and you, Andrew. Hey, look, it's just me and you, Andrew, for the Pop Culture Report. But once again, I want to bring this up. And if you want to call in, I'm going to take a caller. But wait till I finish setting up this Pop Culture Report, because I got a question, because everybody weighing in on this Diddy doc, and we got another situation with Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, now Dr. Umar, I talked to Dr. Umar. I talked to Dr. Umar. He on the intro to this show. But I don't know if I'm rolling with Doc. I don't know if I'm rolling with Dr. Umar on this.
Friend of the show?
Yeah, friend of the show. He came on. He's been on the show about 3 times. But what I'm saying is, Dr. Umar calls 50 Cent's documentary on Diddy self-hatred. He says self-hatred. Now, I'm going to play y'all the audio I'm gonna play y'all the audio of what he said, but I got an opinion on. I got my own opinion on this. If you're listening as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary. And I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable. I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly.
Yeah.
But you never expose white people who do things to black people. The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did.
Right.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Jeffrey Epstein has taken advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did. But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people? Where's the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church excesses on black people? You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there. It is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see how that go? It looks like community service. No, it's not. That's self-hatred.
Okay. And you know what? I'll rock with a lot of stuff that Dr. Umar say. Because, you know, a lot of it is he has the education to do the research on a lot of things that he talk about. But to me, at some time, in some form, we already knew that Diddy was doing things to people. Now, I'll say this. He's trying to make it a black and white thing. But what Diddy did, his victims was black mostly. Majority black artists. Majority black women. Okay? I think the girl from Danity Kane, Aubrey, was white. And she said I guess she was unconscious when it happened. That's what she claiming. Allegedly. But if you look at the Diddy documentary, this is all black people. And a few brothers that woke up with Diddy next to him and feeling sore. I don't know. I have a mixed emotions about it because I see a lot of victims in Diddy's path, that he created a lot of victims. And I know that Hollywood or the music industry made him, to be this, genius. But on the backside, a lot of black people was hurt behind him. Robbed out of their royalties, everything. Artists, it was a lot. So for him to start saying, where's the documentaries on Epstein, it should be one. But the victims that are popping up, a lot of them weren't black. That I'm not making no excuses because I think that we should have a documentary on Epstein. But white people need to put a documentary out about Epstein because Epstein was mostly a monster to white people. Okay? I'm probably sure I ain't seen a black person that said that they ran into Epstein. I haven't seen it. If y'all have, I think it was Allie Carter. She was in the midst. I watched Allie Carter's page on YouTube. She's Allie Carter. She said she was one of the girls that was involved. I played some of her audio on my show this year. Allie Carter, look her up. But what I'm saying is, when I look at what Diddy did, he largely affected African Americans with his behavior, largely. So I'm not against people telling what allegedly took place with them and they got lawsuits. And they're speaking from legal terminology or there's from personal experience. I'm not trying to confuse that with something that happened outside the culture. And so I don't know. I'm gonna disagree with Dr. Umar on the fact that it's self-hatred. If it's the self-hatred is coming from Diddy, if there's any self-hatred, it's coming from P. Diddy and what he did to his community. Now do I understand what he's saying, that we do have a problem with self-hatred? I do agree. I'm talking about self-hatred, period. Like, just, I deal with it. I deal with self-hatred on a day-to-day basis. But what Diddy was doing was he was creating victims. Now, Who funded it is another situation. Who gave him the money? Who was actually the mastermind above him that gave the money? Okay, now we can have a conversation about that. Because Diddy got the okay to do what he was doing. He was groomed to do what he was doing. He was basically a monster. The industry, the music industry made him a monster, basically. Made R. Kelly a monster. You know, some of y'all favorite high-level entertainers, y'all don't want to meet them. It's better for y'all to see them in concert where they there to entertain and go home. Because if you've seen them in real life, you may have became a victim or something. You may have woke up sore or something. I don't know. You may have went and partied too hard and then woke up wondering what happened. Pause. Yeah, I'm just saying. This is what it is. You know what I found out? You know what I realized? That the old Hollywood is shutting down. Like, everybody being exposed. All of the gatekeepers are being exposed. And guess what's finna happen? They finna be replaced by AI. Like, they look, all them lawsuits and people fighting to get their royalties back, the old entertainment model is done. The old entertainment model is out of here. In 5 years, everything gonna be AI. You ain't gonna be able to touch a human being. You're not gonna be able to see a human being unless you're going into the exact production. Like, then you're gonna see some people moving around because you still need people to produce. But as far as like what we know, as far as like the gatekeepers and, you know, dealing with artists and dealing with talent, that's done. That's done. Everything gonna be AI in 5 years because they're losing money dealing with people. Too many lawsuits, too many people understanding how to get their royalties now. So it's almost no money in the game anymore because you got social media, people getting paid from social media now, so they can't control it. So now if we get AI back in here, maybe AI can give them more control over what's going on with the entertainment industry. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know if y'all see it. If y'all see it, leave me a comment in the chat. And also, Dr. Umar, you know, he with him not putting up that school, he scared somebody might make a documentary of how he been taking all his money and the school ain't even up. I don't even know if he even still got the school. I thought they went in foreclosure. What's going on with that? I need to bring him back on the show and we can have a little discussion. I don't know. That's still my brother, but sometimes he can push the envelope for shock value too hard. And many times it ain't about black and white. Many times it's about victims and people being able to tell the truth so the next generation don't get sexually assaulted. That's how I feel about it. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Harder Canal Street Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Marco Morrison, Executive Director at College Possible, a nonprofit organization that helps low-income and first-generation students with the college process and sets them up for success in college. Again, that is the Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Harder Canal Street Spotlight this Wednesday with College Possible at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night. PellaWI.com.
Reserve restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA. The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Truck crash? Call Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Paid off, she ain't gotta hear the news much. I learned the math before the class. I'm a true punk, turn a deuce to a 9. That's a 350 juice up. Labels on the line, but I'm still out here loose lip. Cause a check in hand feel better than a blue chip. City on my back, every block know the mood switch. Rain slick midnight, still I paint the coupe lipstick. Legends never die, but the feds keep a hit list. So I move in silence, tiger strike with a quickness. Count up in the dark, every bill crisp.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report, Tory Lowe and Andrew. Andrew, do you know who Stacey Dash is?
Stacey Dash?
She's related to Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the When It All Falls Down by Kanye West?
Of course.
She's the girl in the video.
Okay.
And she does a lot. She had a lot of movies, but I'm looking up and I'm seeing that Stacey Dash is now, she's joining OnlyFans.
Oh, brother.
Stacey Dash, like, she used to be like the it girl when it came to hip hop. You know what I mean? Now they're saying Stacey Dash, who made her name in the 90s, a 90s icon, is now launched an OnlyFans page. Wow. Dash hinted that this new phase in her career is about taking control over her image and doing things her way. This is according to World Star Hip Hop that first reported this, and they got images and stuff. Like, I mean, I can't, you know. But what I'm saying is, and this the work computer. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is, what's going on? They saying that a lot of these entertainers are now going broke. And so the money is not there. It's not circulating like it used to. The industry is definitely going through a transition right now. And it's going through a digital AI technological transition. This is what's happening. So Stacey Dash jumped out there with the OnlyFans.
Man.
What you doing? Look like you trying to subscribe right now.
I was looking to see if we could pull up our Instagram or something, show the people on YouTube.
You can't. There's nothing you can't show them this.
No, it's not safe for work.
Yeah, it's not. No, I'm not. I'm trying to not get the violations. How the video struck down.
Is that crazy though to you that like these people, these celebrities from when you were younger 20 years ago, now we're all having to like flock to these platforms?
Not Really a City Girl says, Stacey is fine as wine. All this exposure is going to make her some money. Hey, I mean, 833-212-1017. If you want to join in on the Pop Culture Report, you know, we talked about Dr. Umar saying that the documentary 50 was a part of was self-hatred. And we got Stacey Dash joining the many who have went over to the OnlyFans situation. I don't know. This is where I say, I think the money drying up in Hollywood. I think there's people trying to find ways to stay afloat. 833-212-1017 if you want to join the conversation.
We had a caller that will remain anonymous say that 20 years ago it would have been a subscriber.
20 years ago they would have subscribed. Hey, even Halle Berry started coming out with a little bit less skin, you know, as she got older.
A little bit more skin.
Well, yeah, a little bit more skin. She's showing more skin now, you know. And I seen something where I think Gayle King is 70? Gayle King got to be like around 70. Look, let's get her age, Gayle King. She looks good.
70 years old, Tory.
Yeah, and then Oprah done slimmed down. I mean,
71.
What I'm saying is a lot of these older women in Hollywood, they still look like they got it a little bit. You know, they might, switch over to, something to where they can, have, I guess they saying they want the freedom of their image.
Martha Stewart was on the cover of a swimsuit magazine.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
Had a swimsuit cover? When was this?
Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. Well, because, Martha Stewart had to make a comeback because she went to jail. But like I said, a lot of these women who was single, you never seen these women with no husbands. Now they trying to show more skin nowadays. I think that they trying to reinvent themselves. If you want to chime in, 833, we can take a caller. We can take one. Let's take one caller. 833-212-1017. Andrew, we got somebody on the line?
We have somebody on the line, but we cannot put him on the air today.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, yeah, you can't. Look, if you're going to be mature now, don't come on the air and try to, go all wild. Don't do that. Don't do that. White Widow says, this is an organization updates the South Americans kicking off sports stars real organized. Oh, I don't know. Well, all I'm saying is I'm telling you, I'm seeing a change, and where a lot of the entertainers are going to have to get more involved in social media. They're going Ebro from Hot 97, Ebro in the Morning, just got fired from Hot 97 over there in New York.
Got axed.
And now he's resorting to getting on the internet. I think that the older rappers, they started to do podcasts now. So he feel like he have life on the internet, on YouTube.
It's a little different, right, between Dash and Ebro.
Well, I'm talking about they have to make changes.
I need to know the financial advisors for these people, Tory. Like, did you thought the money never was going to run out? Like, what's going on?
Well, the thing is, ain't going to last forever. Entertainment money was never supposed to last forever. You get hot, maybe catch a few investments and keep it moving. But when you talk about people like long stay, like Stacey Dash, she's still relevant. Her name is still strong. I mean, when she's beautiful, you know what I mean? So what else? What other options does she have? Nobody's calling her to do movies.
There's got to be something other than OnlyFans, though. Modeling?
I don't know. I would have to expect them to invest that money and make it work for them. Oh, I would have expected them to invest that money and make it work for them. That's Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. Yeah, I mean, this is where I say you're going to see a lot of people having to not have the regular vehicles that were there in the next 5 years. The music industry is going to be all AI. You're not even going to be able to walk up to these places and get a deal. If you ain't got a buzz on social media, if you ain't got nothing going for yourself on TikTok, you're going to have to grind it out. You're going to have to grind it out.
Well, so the backup plan for all these people is OnlyFans, right, Tory?
Well, I don't know if the backup plan is OnlyFans, but you better find something, one of these sites that you can get yourself going on. And there's a lot of people on OnlyFans that ain't nobody subscribed to. Okay, so that's not the way out.
Nobody's trying to see that.
Well, but what I'm saying is, I always tell people, like, you got to pay attention to the culture. And so I knew once Timberlake dropped his artists, and then they started signing AI artists now. Like, I was just looking online, they signed a few more AI artists. So if you're a producer right now, it would benefit you to start like an AI situation to see if you can compete early, because once they get about 20 of them, it's a wrap. You know, it's like the music industry. You only seen the same 20 people over and over again, and they buddies.
Would you rather be a ghostwriter for a Drake or a ghostwriter for an AI bot?
A ghostwriter for an AI bot, because I get 100%. That's my money. You ain't got to share it or nothing. So that's where it's going.
You type a sweatshop.
And then people don't even have to have talent no more to even do AI. AI do all the thinking. AI can structure it to make it make sense. You don't even have to have no talent anymore to do music now. They cut all of that out. A lot of the people who was running these music companies had no talent. They just had the money. And they got people with talent and robbed them. That's what happened. Sound like AI to me. Now they can just cut out the middleman. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we go have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Coming with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Your impulsive negative thoughts, reacting, and these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV, the music. And now, like Security Mike said, it's popular to pop somebody. It's popular now. And these kids coming back, they coming back to somebody's house. They coming to eat a meal at somebody's house. They hanging out with somebody in the neighborhood who got a house, who paying the rent. They hanging out with you. They may be your relative. They may be your buddy. That social acceptance is there. Understand what I'm saying? So when we really tight, we gonna cut it off. We gonna stop it.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
A talk. It's called the Senate Civil Suits for Unauthorized Data Seizures. In the continuing resolution that had to be voted on in order to open the government, authorizes U.S. senators to file civil lawsuits against the U.S. government, including the Department of Justice, for up to $500,000 in damages per violation if federal law enforcement seizes or subpoenas their phone or other data without prior notification. Hold on, wait a minute. If you have been accused of a crime and there's evidence and probable cause, and the federal government or any investigating agency gets a warrant from a judge to seize your cell phone records, there's nothing you can do about that.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates. My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear explanation.
relaxation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Nearly 2,000 Wisconsin households are receiving payments from the state's Energy Assistance Program. The funds assist residents who qualify and pay their energy bills through the Wisconsin Home Energy Assistance Program. The average heating benefit is expected to be around $440, and the average electric benefit is expected to be roughly $240. The heating season started on November 1st, but Wisconsin didn't receive federal funding for the program initially because of the government shutdown. 2 of 3 former aides to President Trump during Wisconsin's fake elector scheme will stand trial. A Dane County judge ruled the felony forgery case can proceed from Jim Trupis and Mike Roman, but a preliminary hearing for Kenneth Chisbro is postponed. Judge John Hyland is recommending a separate evidentiary hearing to determine if comments Chisbro made to Wisconsin investigators were under an immunity agreement. The 3 men each face 11 felony charges for their roles in the 2020 scheme. Trupis tried unsuccessfully last week to get Judge Hyland to step down in the case and have it moved to another county. Federal prosecutors and defense attorneys presenting competing narratives at the federal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. The prosecution called 3 witnesses to the stand on Monday, including 2 special agents from the FBI. As the trial got underway, a handful of protesters supporting Dugan gathered outside the federal courthouse. Louis Davis is Executive Director of Service Employees International Union, Wisconsin.
We are optimistic because we believe in the Constitution. We believe in the power of solidarity through working people, but we are deeply concerned. We see the chilling effect that occurs when a federal administration attempts to consolidate power and move with impunity.
Dugan is accused of helping an undocumented immigrant evade federal authorities back in April. If convicted on both counts, she faces up to 6 years in prison. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got a parent. I got a couple things that is on my plate right now. But one, I got 3 single mother situations. 3 single mother situations. 2 other single mothers, they had house fires within the last couple days. And remember that the other week, I spent the whole day talking about house fires and having a safety plan and, being prepared, because during this time of year, there's a lot of fires, and it's usually wiring. It's usually the wiring in some of these older homes. And one was wiring and one was neglect on the maintenance. But if anybody know where, because these women need a 2 to 3 bedroom. So if y'all got any leads on that, Truth Nation, we got 2 single mothers with children, and they're both looking for a 2 to 3 bedroom. If you have any leads on that, call Andrew and give him the information, and I'll make sure that the mothers have that information. and y'all can call during the show. Y'all can make sure that y'all call during the show. If y'all can be resourceful for me while I'm on the show, if y'all can look and try to find something, they need something, it'll help. It'll help that situation. Or I'll just have to do what I always do and work the channels, and it'll be fine. But since I'm on the radio, why not throw it out there? Maybe somebody that's listening that have a 2 to 3 bedroom. They just need a place to go. They lost everything they had. 2 fires I'm dealing with right now. But the third mother that I'm dealing with right now, oh boy, she has a bullying issue going on with her daughter in the school. And I'm going up to the school with her tomorrow to talk to the principal. So I'll let y'all know what happened once I get done with that tomorrow when I get up to the school and figure it out. But you know what? I got a question. I got a question for Truth Nation. My question of the day is, what should happen to kids that consistently bully other children? What do you think should happen? Because talking is not, it seems like we're having a bullying crisis and talking is just not working. So I need y'all to throw out some suggestions, because when I go up into school tomorrow, I'm going to look for some actions, because the mother said that before this last incident where her daughter hair got ripped out of her head, these kids ripped her daughter's hair out. She had been up to the school talking to the staff, trying to get ahead of it. And now, she thinks that, okay, now that this has happened, nothing has been done. And, I just want to make sure that we remedy the situation correctly. But I got a few ideas, but I want to know, what should happen to kids that consistently bully other kids? I mean, A, send them home, suspend them. Bullying, you get suspended. B, expulsion. You don't need to be around kids. We finna kick you out of public school. If you want to go to school, go to a private school. Pay for it. You beating the kids up. Or C, they have to do community service, some type of community service. Maybe get the kids and get the parents to agree that these kids got to get involved in some type of community service so they can learn how to work and manage themselves around others. Somebody help me out. 833-212-1017. What should happen to kids that consistently bully other children in these schools? Because it seems like the motivational speaking ain't working. 833-212-1017. Sincere Running Ray Real says, old school, bring somebody their size, weight, height, and energy, and bully for a bully. No more old ways. We got Smiley on the lines. How you doing, Smiley?
I am doing great. Very, keep up the good work. I want to say that first.
Blessings.
But let me say first, with the parents who lost their homes, I don't understand. They building all these houses. If they credit good, we should try to help them, or whatever the name of the program is, building all these homes. Put some people in them homes so they're able to give them a Christmas gift. That'll be the blessing that they would need, that can no other words to say besides Merry Christmas to the family.
Right.
That's one. Two, the bullying. I'm old school, right? I'm so old school where I went to school where there was nuns and priests and everything else that was there. So that was discipline. You did walk the walls where you got in trouble, you bullied, you got put out there. However, I dealt with this situation dealing with my grandchild. And if the school don't get both parents together on one accord, then it's going to continue on happening. And that's what's not happening. They are not bringing no MPS school. They are not bringing both parents together to resolve this issue. Because if they did, then it would come up with a plan to actually help work with this whole situation when it comes down to bullying. I'm not going to say necessarily kicking the kid out of school. It's not going to work. Listen, stop doing that. We need to stop doing that. What we need to do is create schools,
no exposure.
Boot camp schools for no exposure, because who knows what's really going on behind these closed doors. This is what I don't like, because bullying is never going to be okay. Never going to be okay.
But how come we haven't came to the conclusion on how to really resolve? We've been talking about bullying since I was in high school.
Right, but for me, like I said, both parents, I where I used to live at, and when I moved here to Milwaukee, I got bullied. But I was a fighter. I knew how to stand my ground, but I was finding ways to humble myself. I was never that punk. But being in a new, pool, I had to figure out how to do things. But my mom was like, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, get your people, get the mom, let's sit down and have this talk. They chose not to do that at the time. When that opportunity came, my mom said, do what you got to do. Let go. And show what you can do. And after I got done whooping that butt, that was it. But I didn't, it shouldn't have to take that, because the school should be held accountable for actually sitting down both parents and both kids and resolving this issue. First, sit down with the parents and then hear what they got to say. Listen to each other and then come to a conclusion. And then sit down with both child and let this be known. If this shall happen again, this is the consequences. No one is making these children even the parents, accountable for what they're doing.
Okay.
And that's the problem. That is the problem. So I say go to the school board. And they got to be the ones who set down these meetings with these parents to say, okay, we can do this. Because it's not the school board, the school is not going to do anything with both parents. They're going to be like, oh, we're going to deal with this separately. No, they need to deal with it together.
Okay. And the thing is, I think a lot of these parents have came to their wits' end because they've been trying to resolve the situation. When they first start bullying your child and they come home and your child tells you, okay, some kids are messing with me at the school, and you go up there to try to be preventative. Okay, well, let me go up here and see what's going on. And then, all of a sudden it escalates, and then it's like, okay, well, I just been up there. I came up there a few times. I'm taking off work. I'm trying to, make sure that I take the proper steps. My child is coming home saying that they don't feel safe. Okay, what to do when all the talking ain't working? 833-212-1017. We got Miss Carolyn on the lines. How you doing, Miss Carolyn?
I'm doing good, Brother Tory. How you doing?
Blessings, Queen.
Well, I agree with the previous caller, because it does start with the parents, because sometimes parents might not even know that their child is up there bullying another child and stuff. So that would be the number one step. And
so
then
inform the parents.
Yeah, and then don't suspend them and stuff, because they already lacking in education. Do like they used to do, put them in a special classroom so you can feel stupid for what you did, but don't expel them from school. And I have had a situation where we had a bully in high school. Something, or make them like they say, put them in a special room so they'll be teased by the other kids. Like, oh yeah, you in special ed. Make them think about what they're doing, because then now they're gonna be teased like, oh, you got to go to the special ed room and stuff. But it's only because of your behavior.
So shame, public shame.
Yeah, like they said, with the scarlet letter on your forehead or something to make you see that this is not acceptable behavior and stuff. And sometimes the parents do know, because we had a bully in school. The parents knew he was a bully and stuff. The boy was bigger than us. We were in 6th grade. He was like a grown man, and he was just bullying all the kids and just bullying them and stuff. And like that last caller said and stuff, my brother then told me, you come home beat up, we gonna beat you up and stuff. So we had to lay hands on people. And if we didn't lay hands on people, or they were bigger than us and stuff, at those times of day, our brothers and sisters then would come up there and lay hands on people.
And that's the problem. Folks be bringing their family up there. It can get wild. I mean, this ain't the old school no more. I mean, it's, I think that we need to really have a great conversation on what we think should happen to children that consistently bully. And I'm talking about teachers taking the steps, talking to the parents, all of that. And the kids are still getting rough-housed. Hey, look, when we come back, we got smoke on the lines, Truth Nation. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. 1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will win an opportunity for a monthly spotlight interview. Yes, you will win 3 interviews on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business's chance to be highlighted on The Truth for 3 months, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
You make time for everyone else. Family, work, everything in between. Now it's time to take care of you. If you're 45 to 64 and don't have insurance, or your plan doesn't cover screenings, you may qualify for free mammograms and Pap tests through the City of Milwaukee Health Department's Breast and Cervical Cancer Awareness Program. Call 414-286-2133 to see if you're eligible. Real self-care starts with your health, and early detection saves lives. Funded by Wisconsin Well Woman. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/wellwoman.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Reserve restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I got a shorty with some perfect hips, and she get it poppin'. She let argue cause she love to make up sex. It's a lot. I don't mean to brag, but I'm the one to be watching. Grew up poor, trying to make a little cash, making 50 on the check. Check the check, thinking I was, had to go chain, that was fake. When I get the streets, I took it in. Got a better job, thought I was a man. 1250 on the check, check the check, thinking I was
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We talking about what should happen to kids who consistently bully other kids in school. It should be something like a safety plan almost. It's almost like the kid becomes a safety hazard for other kids. I'm hearing stories. I mean, this story I just heard from the mother today, where I'll be up at the school tomorrow talking to the principal, poured her daughter's hair out. And she tried this. She had efforts before this, talking to the staff, talking to the teachers, trying to get it resolved. Hey, you know, we got Missy on the lines. How you doing, Missy?
Miss C.
How you doing, Miss C?
All right now, how are you?
Well, he put it down as Missy, so Miss C.
I hear you, yeah.
Hey, God bless you, Queen.
You know, yeah, God bless my brother. You know, sometimes, you know, you need to learn defense mechanism. That's the only thing that's going to resolve a lot of this, you know. Sometimes
defense mechanism, punch them in the nose.
Well, actually, you know, they need to learn how to defend themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, if they have to go take a little bit of karate up or something, you know, get into some of the cheap classes and learn defense mechanisms.
Just basic self-defense skills.
That's right. That's absolutely right. You know, that's the only thing that's going to work. When I was coming up, you know, when they, you know, tried to come at me, I had my own defense mechanism.
What? Can you give us a little tip?
They didn't come my way no more. Yeah. So that's what I think needs to occur. You know, they need some self, you know, just reiterating, building themselves up, building confidence up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And being able to, you know, take care of themselves. That's all I have to say.
I agree. You know, and the one thing I always did was I teached my children at young ages how to fight. Like I taught them 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And when they got really good, I taught them 1, 2, 3, 4. Like just basic boxing skills, basic grappling skills, just basic stuff. You know, just, you know, they didn't have to know too much. Just to, you know, just in case somebody tried to do something to them. But I told them, don't ever be the cause of you being the source of bullying. But if somebody do something to you, these are what you use. These are the tools that you use to protect yourself. We got the caller on the lines. How you doing, caller?
Tory Lowe.
Blessings.
Greetings of the season, my brother.
Blessings, brother.
Doing a good job today. I want to echo what you said. One thing that you said was that this ain't the good old days. And sometimes if you try to get both families together and it's just you as a principal without significant security, you might create a much larger problem.
It might look like Jerry Springer.
Your school on the news, right, bro?
I said it might be. They might be saying Jerry in the background.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the accountability piece. I thought of something, Tory. Tell me what you think about this. Now, there are a lot of colleges and even high schools that actually have online learning. If you are capable of being somewhere, because a lot of times this bullying runs in families. So if I'm the principal, a bully, you know, usually I'm sure your grandmother told you if you follow a fool home, usually a fool might answer the door. Same goes for bullies, I believe.
Oh, wow.
The parents used to be bullies, but now you know you don't want to lose your job, so you can't bully in a physical way, but they probably still are bullies in some kind of way because it's learned behavior, Tory. I do believe that if they had to come to, you know how you have Alcohol Anonymous, anti-bully training for 6 weeks or maybe a semester before their kids can come back to school, maybe it will curb some of this. Because these kind of individuals, they're impeding the learning of others. You know, when kids are scared, a child shouldn't be scared to go to school.
I agree.
But I did want to say you did a good job of you sound like you taught your kids the jab hook combination, the uppercut. In addition, I had an uncle who taught me a lot of different headlocks, and he was in the martial arts. So I think everybody needs to know how to defend themselves at an early age. I learned in kindergarten.
Yep, you got it. You got to learn young, and not just the self-confidence of children when they know how to defend themselves is amazing. You know, they're not afraid. They're able to go focus on getting their work done, knowing that no matter what happens in this situation, I'm prepared to protect myself. And that is a confidence that comes with understanding how to defend yourself. We got Brian on the lines. How you doing, Brian?
Pretty good. I would say that one way you could deter this little girl is you start at the parents and ask them to ask the question: have you told your daughter that this is the wrong thing to do? To apologize, and don't do it again. Now, if they haven't told this child, obviously the bullying comes, just like the caller just said, the bullying starts with the parents. That's learned behavior. Now, if the parents don't have any control of this daughter from doing what she's doing, then no amount of community service or feel-good program is going to work for her. She needs to be exposed. And I would say if the parents are not going to tell her not to do what she's doing, maybe the public needs to tell her not to do what she's doing. Maybe you need to bring the perpetrator on the show and tell her some things she might need to do to stop harming other people.
Maybe I would have to get the parents' permission, but the thing is...
Yeah, you have to get the parents' permission.
Well, the thing is, we would think that we would already have a plan in place. We've been dealing with bullying for decades.
Yeah, that's why I don't know why it's coming to this far where you have to go to the school if the parents already knew what they're supposed to do. The parents need to be talked to and said, hey, look, your daughter pulled somebody's hair out. That's assault. Are you prepared to pay for this damage that your child has done? The emotional and the physical scars, are you prepared to pay for that? If you're not prepared to pay for that, if you're not prepared to pay $5,000, then you better get control of your child immediately.
I agree.
And if none of that works, then if that child maybe the child is bullying the parents. If the parents don't have any control, that child might need to see a Jamaican voodoo artist. A voodoo doctor or something. Somebody that specializes in black children.
There we go.
Not a Catholic priest, but a black voodoo priestess.
Oh wow!
They're the only one that know how to deal with black children. Haiti. Yeah, somebody can get them demons out of something. They need you. Some of these kids, man, I
need the exorcist. They need the voodoo. Wow. Oh wow, bro. Well, look, when we come back, we got smoke on the lines. We're going to try to get to everybody. Everybody that's on the lines, please hold on. We will get you when we get back. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
You've noticed a change in your teen. They seem distant, and you wonder if it's the usual ups and downs or something deeper, like substance use or mental health struggles. If you're worried, why wait to reach out? Hazelden Betty Ford offers specialized care for teens and young adults, plus support for families. Call 1-855-489-2383 or visit wegotyou.org, because love doesn't wait for a crisis, and change starts when you do. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
What was the life change? We all know it happened, and we know things happen and you have bad kidneys, but what was the life change afterwards?
A couple things. Before they even allow you to get on the list, they make you go through a battery of tests. And, a lot of people don't qualify because they're overweight, or they have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So all those things are requirements before you can even get approved to be on the list. So I had...
Wait, you got to be approved to be on the list?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's interesting. There's a professional athlete or former professional athlete I know right now that has kidney disease, and he's on dialysis, and he wants to get on the list, and he's not accepting all the things you have to do, to get on the list. But yeah, so for me, I spent 30 years in the automobile industry. That's 12, 14-hour days, eating whatever somebody brings you to eat, whatever you run out and grab, McDonald's, whatever. It was never salads and,
Yeah, but that was a
water.
choice, right?
It was a choice. Yeah. But I had to change all of that to even qualify to be on the list. I had to get down to the weight I had to be at. I had to get my phosphorus under control, my potassium under control.
Wait a minute. Even though somebody said they would give you a kidney,
absolutely,
you had to still make yourself eligible?
Absolutely.
Nah, that's okay.
When I mentioned the athlete, his relative actually died, and they wanted to take his organs, and they couldn't because he wasn't qualified. He wasn't on the list. Wow. Yeah, you have to be.
So there are over 100,000 people on that waiting list. So they are very serious.
And how many donors do we have?
And that's the problem. We don't have nearly enough donors.
Wow.
And that's why it's such a critical need. But they are serious about who they're giving that gift of life to, because there are so many people who are literally dying waiting for it.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. An MRI on Monday confirmed that Green Bay Packers defensive end Micah Parsons sustained a season-ending ACL injury to his left knee. Parsons took to Twitter to say, quote, "I may be sidelined, but I'm not defeated. This injury is my greatest test." This is the first major injury for Parsons in his NFL career. He missed 4 games last season because of an ankle injury, but otherwise has missed only one other regular season game since he entered the NFL in 2021. The Packers travel to Chicago to take on the Bears on Sunday. And tonight in the NBA Cup Championship, it pits the San Antonio Spurs against the New York Knicks. Tip-off from Las Vegas is at 7:30 p.m. on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about what to do with this bullying that's going on. I got to go up to a school tomorrow. Mother reached out at her wit's end. She's been trying to diffuse the situation, and ultimately her daughter's hair was pulled out, and she's just frustrated at this point. She tried to go through the process. She tried to go and try to alert the staff and try to get everybody involved, and it didn't work. And now we're at this point where I got to go up there to try to see what's going on. But I want to know, Truth Nation, how come we haven't gotten this bullying under control? 833-212-1017. Maurice, how you doing, Maurice?
I'm fine, Tory. Good show. As I was listening to you and some of the callers, one of my plans is, you recruit a bully to bully the bully that's bullying until he stops bullying.
Get a bigger bully.
And if he, not just any bully to bully him, but you recruit somebody that the bully is scared of, if that's possible. And then every time the bully bullies, he's to be bullied until he stops bullying. Because I'm quite sure he's going to be, yeah. And then let him see how it feels to be bullied. I mean, every day. If he bullies every day, then put a bully on him every day.
And is that the teacher's job to do that, or is that the parents' job to do that?
Well, you can even have it interactive so the whole school can take a part in it, because, like younger kids, I had a kind of an idea that a lot of these things is from social peer pressure. Like your son could be good at home, but he's the leader of the bully gang at school. You see, and so when you include the kids in the school, then they're going to become a part of it to help the teachers with the bully, help the bully, because you know how it is.
Right.
When I was getting bullied, I can come home and tell my parents, but they can't come to school with me every day to protect me. So, and then I have another idea. It's usually a bully and he's trying to shout in front of his friends, and he may be the leader of the little 3-4 clique. If the bully,
You go after the biggest person first and punch him out. If the bully,
that's old school. That's what they
punch him out. Yeah, it still works though. I bet you he won't mess with you no more. And if he does, he gonna remember. Well, that little guy gave me a bloody nose. He didn't even think twice.
All right.
You know.
Hey, that's some old school tactics now. I don't know if they're gonna work. They might expel the victim. He might go up there and try to do something. It's like in football, they only see the second person reacting. They didn't see the first person. So they might suspend the kid that was being bullied. I don't know. Hey, 833-212-1017. Brother Love. How you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, how you doing, Tory? What's going on, man?
How do we stop this bullying in these schools?
Man, Tory, I remember I had told you one time my ex, her young son committed suicide, and it was because he was bullied.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, and it still hurts, Tory. It still hurts to hear about that, you know what I mean? And he was a young guy, 13 years old, so he didn't know how to deal with it. So I think when you were saying something about, you know, teaching some type of methods of, and then, Tory, you know what I'm saying? Then what hurts me is the mother, she's going to still have to deal with this grief.
Right.
Of losing her young son and to suicide and bullying.
It's real.
So
it's a lot of This happens all the time. A lot of kids they get discouraged and they end up falling in the category of being suicidal.
Yes, brother. Brother, and I just want to thank you. You're doing such a good job, brother. And God bless you, brother. And just keep up the work, brother, and be inspired and encouraged today.
Thank you, Brother Love. I appreciate it.
Right.
You know, the one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to go in there and put a stop to it. And it's gonna take a village to come with the tools and the utensils that we need to fix it. And that means we're gonna have to roll up our sleeves because there's a lot of holes in the village and it's just time to get to work. That's all I'm saying. So we have to make sure that we bring resolve and not just bring attention. We got to bring resolve. Trina is on the lines. How you doing, Trina?
All right.
Blessings,
you
Trina.
have to look at this from a lot of different perspectives, especially in the home. This child might be going through something in the home, and their only outlet is to pick somebody out in the school to pick on, the most vulnerable one that they feel, you know, that they can, you know, just do something to.
Right.
So I think it starts in the home. I think a child might be going through something in the home that they can't handle, and they bring it to school because they might be getting bullied at home sometimes, mistreated at home.
And they taking it out on the classmates.
And on their peers, because they are feeling a certain way, and that's their only relief, you know, is to cause somebody else some anger, some harm, you know, and they feel like they have, you know, a bigger person, you know. So that's what I believe.
Okay, Trina. Hey, look, this is important to have these conversations because do we feel sorry for the bully? Do we say that the bully have some issues and he just coming up to the school and taking it out? I believe, and this is my personal belief, no matter what you're going through, you don't have a right to take it out on somebody else. That's my thoughts. But when a kid can't navigate through that, maybe they need training. Maybe they need to, when I say community service, maybe they need to go do 10 hours of trying to get some help and working around the issue, do like some kind of community service type project that can teach them what to do. Kay, how you doing, Kay?
Hey. Good. I'm just trying to figure out what is the school. What has the school done? Because not on this earth would my child come home and her hair gone because she got bullied? At some point, the school had to know about it. So, you know, we could say the village.
That's
but
what we finna go find out tomorrow.
I send my child to school. So when I send my baby to school, she or he is your responsibility now. So you're going to try to tell me that nobody knew this baby was being bullied before she got her hair pulled out of her scalp?
Well, the mom was already up there a couple times trying to tell him what was going on.
See, that's what I'm saying. But see, some of these, because we can't call everybody parents, because even a dog can have a baby. Some of these people who have these, that lay up and have these children, are bullies themselves. And so their kids do exactly what they see. And I don't care. Being a bully is, you don't have an excuse for being a bully. Come on, we always gonna kick that off the table. You don't. There's no excuse for that. No excuse. So let's stop enabling them with that. But they know, some of these folks know they children are bullies, and they do nothing. My child was bullied, and so I said, okay, this is what we gonna do. I told her and her mama. I said, I tell you what. Since your baby can't stop bullying my baby, I'm going to start bullying you.
Oh, wow.
I said it right in front of her mama, her and her mama. I said, because if you can't stop her, this little 7-year-old girl, from mistreating other little girls, something is wrong with you. But I tell you what, your child got one more time to mess with mine, and I'm going to mess with you.
I want
you to know it stopped. I want you to know that it stopped. Well, now she's scared. Karen, you better be. You wasn't scared when you knew your baby was around here bullying the whole Girl Scout. You wasn't saying nothing then. So then they want to call and have a meeting at the school. By all means, I ain't got no problem. Not none at all. Not one. But if you don't, it starts at home. Some of these folks know, and they don't care until it comes to them. My baby couldn't be in no school, and then I go up there 2-3 times. Somebody gonna know about it. I bet you it won't be me and mine.
Wow. Hey, look, you know, like she said, sometimes you got to look the parent in the eye and let them know. Like, you know, we ain't finna play no mess about my baby. But then, you know, you tell that to the wrong parent. I mean, you know, it could turn into Baddies Club. I mean, it could, hey. Like, it's serious now. I remember back in the day when Grandma used to tell me that the neighborhood could discipline your child if they was doing something bad. Now, you can't talk to my child. Don't say nothing to my baby, or it's going to get crazy. We got Eddie on the lines, the different one. How you doing? How you doing, Eddie?
All right, Tory, how you, man?
Blessings.
A question. Is this a girl doing the bullying or a guy doing the bullying?
I think this is a group of girls, like 3 girls on 1 girl.
Okay. I hate to say this, but I hope this ain't one of them gay incidents where you got these women that, you know what I'm talking about, Tory?
Well, I had to deal with that. I had to deal with that, where they trapped this little girl in the bathroom and told her some stuff that I had to come up to the school. The mama had to bring me up to the school because they trapped that little girl in the bathroom, and it was wild. It was crazy.
It ain't enough information, but the first thought I had was that if this is a girl, if they can't have it, they gonna take it, and they gang bang and they group rape. But then I can't understand how it could get to this point where you have to go up there. This is something that should have been nipped in the bud.
Right.
And now
you know it's bad if I got to go up there.
Right, it's bad, but it shouldn't. It doesn't sound like the police been involved. And then don't be surprised if the parents of the bullies kids are ignorant and probably at HCDC themselves or something.
Wow.
You know, I don't have enough information, but it was something missing in the story. But now that you say that it's 3 girls, it sounds like this young lady, they want to force her to be involved with one of them or all of them or whatever. So I'm predicting, but when
I get done tomorrow, I'll have way more details. I want to get up there and make sure I understand what were the measures that was taken if the mom already been up there.
And then there's another thing too. This might sound crazy, but with my child, it would be some after school events going on. It'd be some people getting beat up. It'd be like one of them scenes in Shaft, where it'd be a situation where a person one-on-one or all together, but I'm quite sure some people that would go in, and I know that's wrong probably, but sometimes you got to fight fire with fire, and this young lady apparently hasn't got any friends or something that help protect her or something, so I wouldn't be surprised if these 3 girls that's involved, probably the terror of the school, and the teachers and the principals and all that, they should know what's going on in their house. That's why I can't understand why it didn't gotten this far. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be listening and follow up to hear if it's what I think it is.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know.
It's real serious. All right. Thanks, Tory.
All right. I appreciate you for tapping in, Eddie. Look, when we come back, we got Paint Eddie coming in, and we got Evelyn on the lines. Evelyn want to add to the discussion today. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits at the Fiserv Forum.
Jump pass to the corner right. Elam, 10 on the shot clock. Back out for Zech. Logo 3 for Zech. It's pure. It's pure. It's a 7-point lead. 65-58. I didn't think he was going to shoot that thing. I'm glad he did.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 3:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 4 p.m.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Righteous, let's go! For the children! Here I come to save the day. No more excuses, ain't no more
Standing firm, ain't no folding for nothing. We gon' rise up together. Whole city is coming. We the heartbeat, the culture, the soul of the land. So I'm lifting up the youth, every woman and man. No more pain in our veins. We rewriting the book. We ain't waiting on a hero. Take a look. We the proof. I'm the voice of the hood. I'm the light in the dark. Got a mission from the highest. I'ma leave my mark. From the alleys to the
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We talking about bullying, and why haven't we gotten this bullying situation under control after all these years, all these conversations? Is it working? Students are still being bullied in 2025. So I got a situation I got to deal with tomorrow with a mother who called me, reached out. Tory, I've been trying to speak out on the behalf of my daughter. She was getting bullied in school, came home with a strip of her hair missing due to bullying. And now it just seems like we back at, square one many times when it comes to this topic. And a lot of times, a lot of people saying that when kids overreact trying to fight back with the bullying, many times they get suspended. They get penalized because they're reacting to the consistent bullying. And then we had Brother Love who called and said a woman that he was dating or a woman that he knew, her son committed suicide due to bullying. We got Evelyn on the lines. How you doing, Evelyn?
I am fine, thank you, Tony. How are you?
Blessings. How you doing today?
Okay. Well, I'm coming from the mental health perspective on the topic.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of mental illness in the society that goes unaddressed. And so as a therapist to be, I'm free licensed but not working right now. When I was in training, I had a client, a very young person, and this person had serious mental health issues and was going from school to school, was a bully. However, when I looked at the family dynamics, the family was highly dysfunctional.
Oh, wow.
And so this young person, she carried all that with her, in addition to her mental illness. So, if you're in a good place with yourself, you are not going to be interested in beating on other people. You're going to be, content with yourself, dealing with your, own stuff in a way that you don't take it out. And in the black community, mental illness is
untreated.
There's more of it, and it's not addressed. It's not being taken care of. So a lot of these kids are coming from highly dysfunctional homes. What you'll find out tomorrow, if you ask questions about, the parents or parent of this bully young person, you'll probably be surprised, if they would share. First of all, the school does not have to share. But if you were to find out what's going on in the home, then that will explain, probably would explain a lot of the bullying.
Okay. And like I said, what we want to do is understand what were the actions taken, because they are the professionals in the schools. And if the mother was trying to get ahead of it, how did y'all fall behind?
Right.
Well, I appreciate you for tapping in, Evelyn. That great advice. Once again, we got to make sure that, when we have these discussions, and thank God to everybody that added to, the content today, because this is a serious situation. It goes way back. And sometimes it disappears. The conversation about bullying kind of falls off to the side, and then something happens and we bring it back up. But what are the professionals? What are these people, these school systems got in play for this? You would think that they would have already a solid plan for this. We got Eddie on the lines. How you doing, Eddie?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. Good day. How are you?
Hey, we talking about bullying in these schools. Why haven't we gotten a grip on this, Eddie?
Well, Tory, I'll tell you something. I've had to deal with this a little bit on my own. I was the nicest kid growing up and went to a new school, urban, I'm doing the finger quotes, urban school.
Here we go.
Where on my very first day of school, I was jumped and ridiculed, called white boy and honky, when I took on 15 people. And I ended up doing pretty well, and I realized, yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. For all these people, for all the, well, you guys can pay for the counseling. For all the people, and like my mom, who was suffering from delusions, Miss Catholicism, thought that if somebody bullies you, you just turn the other cheek. Well, that just makes you fodder. That's all you are. You're a fool. The best way of dealing with a bully is to kick the bully's ass. That's all there's to it. That's what works 99%. That is the drug that works. That's the drug that's effective. You've got to make them feel as bad as they make you and other people feel. That's what works. I've been in the middle of that a handful of times in my life where I had to go clean up a mess, Tory, right? And that's what works. And I actually had a couple of people apologize to me, like find me on the street and say, I owe you an apology. I had that coming. And a lot of people think they assign you a place in life, and they go, I don't think much of that person. So if I hurt that person, if my friends hurt that person, well, we've assigned them as not worthy. They're garbage. So whatever we want to do with garbage, we can do. You've got to blast them, and you got to blast them hard. And I took a young kid from Milwaukee South Side about 12, 15 years ago. Tory, he was a young African-American kid in an all-Hispanic school. They were following him home, jumping him. Tory, I'm not done with my story. Tory, this is a really good story. You should give me extra time on this, Tory. I mean, I'm not making this up. This is real stuff, Tory. I got to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey, look, when we come back, we ain't got time to get Al. Al is on the lines. We'll get Al at the top of the hour. Hold on, Al. Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth. This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Nearly 2,000 Wisconsin households are receiving payments from the state's Energy Assistance Program. The funds assist residents who qualify and pay their energy bills through the Wisconsin Home Energy Assistance Program. The average heating benefit is expected to be around $440, and the average electric benefit is expected to be roughly $240. The heating season started on November 1st, but Wisconsin didn't receive federal funding for the program initially because of the government shutdown. 2 of 3 former aides to President Trump during Wisconsin's fake elector scheme will stand trial. A Dane County judge ruled the felony forgery case can proceed from Jim Trupis and Mike Roman, but a preliminary hearing for Kenneth Chisbro is postponed. Judge John Hyland is recommending a separate evidentiary hearing to determine if comments Chisbro made to Wisconsin investigators were under an immunity agreement. The 3 men each face 11 felony charges for their roles in the 2020 scheme. Trupis tried unsuccessfully last week to get Judge Hyland to step down in the case and have it moved to another county. Federal prosecutors and defense attorneys presenting competing narratives at the federal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. The prosecution called 3 witnesses to the stand on Monday, including 2 special agents from the FBI. As the trial got underway, a handful of protesters supporting Dugan gathered outside the federal courthouse. Louis Davis is executive director of Service Employees International Union, Wisconsin.
We are optimistic because we believe in the Constitution. We believe in the power of solidarity through working people, but we are deeply concerned. We see the chilling effect that occurs when a federal administration attempts to consolidate power and move with impunity.
Dugan is accused of helping an undocumented immigrant evade federal authorities back in April. If convicted on both counts, she faces up to 6 years in prison. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah, Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We about that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the 3rd hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we had smoke on the lines. The bullying situation is still going alive and well in 2025. 7551 says, then you wonder why there's school shootings because administration not doing anything and the bully continues on a rampage. Kick the bully out of every school the first time. Zero tolerance. Send them to reform school if it continues to happen regularly. This is what 7551 says. Also, we got a poll in the chat. What to do? What to do when there's bullying going on? Andrew, what are they saying in the polls?
44% says, get him out of here. Expel him.
Expel him. They causing too much trouble. Well, we got Al on the lines. How you doing, Al?
I'm doing wonderful. If the bullying is in school, I don't want to beat you up. That's too easy. I don't want to beat up your parents. That's stupid. I want to F up your money. I want to sue the school, and I want to sue the parents for everything they got. Every time you walk, fart, snore, sit on the toilet, and do number 2, I want you to know you're going to pay me. If you drop dead, I want the dirt around the casket and the maggots within the casket so you can pay for your kids' actions. If you go up to heaven, I want a garnishment up there too. I want money. That's what I want. I want you to know that you as a parent failed, and you're going to pay from your pinky toe to the varicose vein that go to your heart valve before you have a heart attack. I want money. If you stand with Jesus, I want to sue him too, especially if you follow him. I want money. I want to sue so much that your last generation have to file for food stamps, AFDC, and WIC, and have to sleep in a cardboard box. And I don't care how you suffer. I want to F up your money. And if you file bankruptcy, I'm going to try to sue again because I want to get you for everything you and that would make me happy. I can go upside your head, but that's going to give me a misdemeanor or a felony. I want to keep you broke. That's how you fix bullying. Sue the school, and if the parents don't got nothing, I want your urine and your sugar honey iced tea.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to sue you for everything you got. If you got a trailer, damn it, I want that too. I want everything you got. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, is it worth it? All that bullying. Don't sound like it according to Al.
Al's going to put me on the street.
Hey, you going to look up 10 years from now. How did y'all get broke? Bullying.
He was bullying.
He was bullying somebody. Hey, if y'all want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. We talking bullying, but I want to go to this story. This is one of the things where when we talk about just, a lot of times when we talk about the incidences that go on in the schools, a lot of times when we talk about how are we going to remedy a lot of this, it's 2025 and we still have a situation where families are upset. Families are frustrated. Families are, losing it because they didn't send their kid to school to get punched in the face. You know what I mean? It's confusing. So once again, thank you for everybody that joined this conversation today, because this is a very timely, important conversation. And a lot of people out there have children in these schools that are going through. They went there to learn. They went there to try to, be somebody, and they got to deal with bullying. And we got to come up with better safety plans. At this point, bullying is a safety concern. We cannot these kids will be kids. A lot of people didn't send their child to school to come back with their hair pulled out. Yeah, and if it's a female young student, ain't no telling how much y'all done spent on the hairstyle. And then it came home with the hair pulled out. Okay? Like, that could drive somebody up the wall. You at work, you trying to, be a productive citizen, and then you got to deal with something like this. So once again, thank you to everybody that chimed in on the conversation. I want to go to this situation where there is a bunch of people that are living without heat right now. Pipes burst and leave Milwaukee tenants without heat and water during freezing temperatures. A lot of people this is where it happens. This is where the furnace go out. This is where it's so cold that the pipes burst in these old houses. And every year these stories come out, and it's sad. These are sad situations. Fires, pipes bursting. People, it's freezing. I remember last year there were some elders that had been freezing for 2 months during the winter in the house, and the landlord didn't have the heat on. But we got video of this story where there's tenants living without heat right here in the city. We got video. Let's listen.
The water was just gushing out.
Jamie Spencer woke up to a mess inside of his apartment on West Wells Saturday.
Oh my, it was a lot of water. It was like a full shower on full blast, just pouring out, and that went on for like a couple of hours.
Temperatures were plummeting outside, and inside wasn't much better.
I believe the pipe burst because it froze.
Because you guys have been without heat.
Correct.
After the pipe burst, Jamie tells me the water had to be shut off.
This weekend, what were you without?
Heat and water.
City records show us that the city's biggest landlord, Barada, owns the building.
Barada has a lot of properties to manage, but when an emergency happens, that's when it's called an emergency for a reason. It's not, well, I'll get around to it when it's appropriate.
The Department of Neighborhood Services was at the apartment building as we were talking with Jamie.
I feel like they did their job and they were on the ball with it.
This isn't the first time we've reported on heat-related issues at a Barada property. DNS tells me there are currently about 13 open complaints of no heat against the rental company.
Heat and water right now is the main priority. That is life safety.
Space heaters could be found around the building as tenants work to stay warm as the temperatures fell into the negatives.
It's cold, and you can't take a shower because there's no water, and you can't get warm, and you don't want to really move around because it's cold.
DNS tells me they were able to get the heat and water turned on. As far as a comment from Barada,
this is Megan Lee from TMJ4 News, just calling about 3010 West Wells.
I haven't heard back yet.
Oh wow! Now this is I thought Barada a bad boy. Because he got black and white people freezing in. It ain't no discrimination with Barada property. He do not discriminate. He don't care if you black. He don't care if you white. You gonna freeze in the wintertime if hey. I mean, this the first time I done seen some white people in Barada property on the news. Damn. But for the last couple years, I know it's because I deal with on my side of town, but when I looked up and saw my white brother on the news with the dog, and then Barada didn't expand it. They didn't let Barada expand it out there too. Hey, y'all getting some of that medicine that we've been getting on the north side for a long time. Barada property a bad boy. I'm trying to tell you, he do not discriminate. He don't care what color, what nationality. You just go, if it's poor conditions, it's universal. It's universal. So, hey, that boy, you know what? I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it pushing because I remember last year it was a Barada property. They was talking about how cold it is. They said they got 13 or so complaints right now. People, and it's about to get colder. It's we just getting into the winter. Shaking my head. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ talk and text line.
855-616-1620.
Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause.
It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the First Time Home Buyer Education Workshop app. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Are you ready for open enrollment? Now through January 15th, you can explore affordable health insurance options if you don't already have coverage through your job, Medicare, or Medicaid. The Community Health Access Program, CHAP, helps residents find affordable plans and guides you through the enrollment process, connecting you with resources to support your family. CHAP is a program of the City of Milwaukee Health Department. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/CHAP. That is milwaukee.gov/CHAP or calling 414-286-8620.
Since 1976, Community Advocates has helped Milwaukee residents meet their basic needs, enabling them to live with dignity and hope. Today, Community Advocates offer 40 specialized programs that addresses rental housing challenges, energy assistance, domestic violence, substance misuse, and more. Their commitment is to ensure individuals and families have access to essential resources and opportunities for a better quality of life. If you need help, go to communityadvocates.net. That's communityadvocates.net.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at wipga.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. I came from the curb where the gutter speak fluent pain. Rusty hydrants leak memories every time it rained. No cable in the crib, we just stared at the ceiling stains. Plotting on a lick while the sirens played musical chairs again. Grams in the cereal box, razor blade calendar. I was weighing out my future while my teachers used to fail at me. Mama worked 2 shifts till the light stayed amateur. So I practiced on a scale till the numbers acted flattering. First flip was a 20, turned
101.
into a clean deuce. By Friday,
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I want to head over to Arizona. A retail theft ring in Arizona. A Milwaukee woman was involved in it, and a Milwaukee woman was charged trying to get that retail. We got audio and we got video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Police say a woman with Milwaukee ties was using her own children to steal from stores in Arizona. And as Fox 6's Ashley Sears reports, investigators say the family was part of a retail theft ring, stealing more than $40,000 worth of merchandise.
This is my first time being in jail, and I didn't take nothing.
A courtroom denial from a woman police say was guiding her kids to steal.
I have no family out here. I only have my daughter, and then I don't even know where she's at right now.
According to a court document, 37-year-old Shanice Tompkins used her 11 and 15-year-old daughters to steal from more than a dozen stores in about a month's span. Police say she would then sell the items online. Investigators say they tracked the stolen goods to her Facebook. In November, police conducted surveillance on the 37-year-old's home, saying they watched as people loaded multiple luggage items from the house. Police tracked the bags and Tompkins to Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix. As she flew to Milwaukee, officers searched her bags. They say they found $15,000 in stolen merchandise.
Wow.
The next day, officers stopped her 15-year-old daughter at the airport. Police say they found close to $30,000 worth of stolen goods in her luggage.
The state recommended, and this court did affirm as appropriate, a $200,000 secured appearance bond.
Tompkins was arrested and made her initial appearance Thursday for what investigators say was a family affair.
The information I was provided is an extensive criminal history from other states not from Arizona.
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't been in jail.
Ashley Sears reporting Tompkins is being held on a $200,000 bond. Court records show she has a prior misdemeanor disorderly conduct conviction in Milwaukee and a past theft arrest in Chicago.
Well, this is all I'm going to say is when we was talking about bullying, a lot of people made a point that it's the parent, it's coming from the house. And here you go with a situation where if somebody got caught with retail theft but got the kids involved. So it does fall on the parent to a large degree when we talk about the behavior of their children. Now, we don't even know if these was even good kids and she just turned them into criminals. We don't know the backstory on this, but we know that they listened to their mama. We know that they mama told them what to do and how to do it, and they got caught. And the thing is, a lot of people, when they say the issues with the child, it may start from home. I agree. And look what this mother have done to her children. And we do have to work to get into these homes because a lot of times the attitudes and the preset mind state of the child is set through the parent or through the guardian. And sometimes we got to make sure that we don't overlook these parents. And that's why when you talk to these parents, many times they may be, the apple may not have fell too far from the tree. Wow. I mean, I couldn't even imagine telling my son, okay, we finna take all this stuff, put all this stuff in your suitcase, all this illegal merchandise, put it in your suitcase and just walk straight. Don't worry about it. Just follow my lead.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, don't make eye contact with nobody. Like, this is where I say that, yeah, programming does start at home. Many times, even smart kids, they come from bad situations, but they choose to be smart. Some kids take on personalities. I'm the smart kid, Some kids take on the personality, I'm the bad kid. And then some kids, they stay neutral and watch all of the older brothers and sisters do all the wrong stuff, and it teaches them a lesson on what not to do. I think that's what happened to me. I think I've seen so many people go the wrong way. I was like, I'm not doing that. I think that I was young enough to see a lot of my family members and people in the neighborhood doing the wrong thing, and I was like, you know what? At first, it kind of lured me in, but then I was like, you know what? If I got an opportunity to do the right thing, I would take it. But sometimes I had to fight for my life coming up. They used to knock on grandma's door and try to fight me at the door at grandma's house. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I should have my sister come on the show and tell y'all some of the crazy stuff that took place in front of grandma's house. But like I said, it comes to the point where you gotta repair the village. I keep telling people, like, the village got a hole in it. The Cape got a hole in it. The village got a hole in it. And sometimes we got to say, okay, let's hit the timeout. Let's regroup, rethink, and reshape. Let's get the tools out and let's kind of fix the village. And I think that we should have had the tools out. But some of y'all hoping that somebody outside of the community come in and fix the village. That is not going to happen. You sitting back waiting for somebody else to do it, and you live in the neighborhood. All right. It ain't going to never get fixed because there ain't nobody coming to fix it. Also, I want to talk about this story. Teen accused of double murder. They got a $25,000 reward for his arrest. Once again, we have a reward, $25,000 reward for the arrest of a teen accused of a double murder. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's get this teen up.
To the criminal complaint on May 18th of 2024, Milwaukee police say Christopher R. Scott was 15 years old when he and his friends met up with two other 15-year-old boys near 14th and Halsey to buy weed. Christopher Scott had a gun and was supposed to rob the two 15-year-olds selling the weed, Alejandro Sanchez and Monroe Hueso. Family members say Sanchez and Hueso were best friends. During the robbery, Sanchez and Scott started fighting over the gun. Hueso jumped in to help, and Scott shot both of them. Police arrested Scott's two teenage friends, but 16-year-old Christopher R. Scott, who police say actually fired those shots that killed Sanchez and Hueso, is still on the run right now. Attorney and Milwaukee Crime Stoppers president Michael Hupy donated $25,000 more to reward anyone who comes forward through the tip line or the app to turn Christopher R. Scott in.
All right, so this is a teen. Somebody hiding this teen. Some adult. This teen is not hiding itself. This is grown folks that got involved. I remember I was looking for a young person, and the family moved them to Atlanta. You know, we had to get the U.S. Marshals, get tips, and get him out of Atlanta because he went from Milwaukee to Atlanta. So when you got a young person that's involved in a homicide and they nobody can find them, there's some adults involved in it. They done moved them around. And so if anybody got any information, they got that $25,000 up. It's Christmas.
At what point does the FBI get involved when it's like over state lines and stuff?
Well, I'll say this. It depends. You know, it depends on what the urgency is. You know what I mean? It depends on if they pick it up. I mean, it depends. I never, it's no guarantee that they gon' pick it up. You know what I mean? But I think that many times when the U.S. Marshals get involved, they know that the person didn't travel out of state.
So if you were on this case, what would your first step be?
I would have to talk to the families, first of all, because I don't know these people. So that's why I'm by request. So I would have to understand the dynamics. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm more of I'm for the sit in the front room. We for the peel back what happened, because most of the time when things happen like this, they all know each other. So that's valuable information. They all know each other. Then I got to get in to find out who is the guardian, you know, get some information from that. Once I get my information that I get, then I get on it. Yeah.
Then you're a bloodhound.
Yeah, because like I said, you wasn't there. I wasn't there. So like I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm not omnipresent like that. I just got to sit in the front room and ask the questions that I usually ask, make my rounds, and then after that, I'll have enough information to move forward to put a plan together to get these people off the street. But at the end of the day, you know, it usually when something happens like this, they're all familiar with each other. And so it was a build-up to it. You know what I mean? So you got to get closer to the situation, of the mentality of the situation. And then all of a sudden, the rest is, you know, it ain't that bad. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Saving energy and money? It's easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%. And make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com. Again, that is WeEnergies.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's.com. Emmanuel Acho keeps reinventing himself. He's one of the most visible NFL analysts today and shot to fame with his show Uncomfortable Conversations. But Acho's latest iterations would not have been possible without leaving the NFL, a decision that started with him being super honest with himself.
I looked myself in the eyes in the league and I said, okay, Acho, you're not going to be a Pro Bowler. You're not going to be a Hall of Famer. You're not going to be an All-Pro. You've played 4 years in the NFL, vested pension annuity. Leave while you still have your health.
That's Acho speaking on a recent episode of The Deal. That's an unbelievably tough choice made easier by a text message from 2016 that Acho keeps on his phone.
It's a text from the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills were like, hey, Emmanuel, we want to bring you in for a workout. Send us your social security number and your license. I never responded. Why did I save that text message? Because I wanted to remind myself I walked away from the NFL. The NFL didn't walk away from me.
Acho's latest project is a late-night sports show on YouTube. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. An MRI on Monday confirmed that Green Bay Packers defensive end Micah Parsons sustained a season-ending ACL injury to his left knee. Parsons took to Twitter to say, quote, I may be sidelined, but I'm not defeated. This injury is my greatest test. This is the first major injury for Parsons in his NFL career. He missed 4 games last season because of an ankle injury, but otherwise has missed only one other regular season game since he entered the NFL in 2021. The Packers travel to Chicago to take on the Bears on Sunday. And tonight in the NBA Cup Championship, it pits the San Antonio Spurs against the New York Knicks. Tip-off from Las Vegas is at 7:30 p.m. on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
The dialogue, I was built for the risk. Every scar is a visual resume. If you really about that action, put your phone in the freezer, cause the feds got ears and the walls get eager. I remember rainy nights.
101.7 The Truth.
20 miles an hour.
Tory Lowe Show. Joining me, if you're watching us as we broadcast live, the lovely Elizabeth Brown, advocate, author Elizabeth Brown.
Hey, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Queen Andrew done made this fake superhero type picture. And I told him it was too cheesy. He think that, because I said that my son looks at at me like a hero, a superhero. So he done went and AI me out and got me in like a fake superhero. Look at this. Somebody look at put it on
Hey,
the screen.
I like it.
No, look at that. Look at that
I
smile.
like it. Hey, he gave you a six-pack and everything. Hey, I like it.
I mean, I don't mind the six-pack. I just said the cheesy was, the smile looked too cheesy.
I mean, the only thing that's making it look cheesy is the flag behind it, but I mean...
Okay. Yeah,
I like it.
This Andrew, this is what I get with the production.
Andrew, I like it. That's what's up.
See,
I'm trying to make Tory look like Superman. He wants to look like Batman, I guess.
This Gotham City.
I mean, he looked like the Black Panther.
Wow.
I like it.
Here we go. Don't blow his head up too more than what it is. I mean,
hey, in Benjamin's voice, when Benjamin used to say Tory Lowe, what was his? He had a slogan for you.
The hero for the Negro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well,
That's what should have been in the backdrop.
Andrew said, "I'm not saying that."
Oh no, Andrew, I'm not telling. No, we don't want you to say that.
Oh wow.
But that's definitely a good slogan for that picture.
Here we go. I'll let him do it this one time, but I need action.
Tory, I mean, you need to use that and put it inside the AI app that we be doing.
And see if I can bring it to life.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Anyway.
Hey, it's a frequency. It's a frequency, Tory. I'm telling you.
We definitely need a superhero for this bullying going on. It's 2025, and we still haven't gotten a handle on bullying in these schools.
I mean, it's not only going on in the schools; it's going on in the corporate rooms, in the corporate world, in the neighborhood. I mean, when you look at how people carry themselves online, I'm not surprised. Look at the adults. I don't know what we expecting from the kids. You know, when you think about Baddies Club and like all of these shows and everything else, I mean, we're not modeling anything other than that. And so when you look at certain children who are bullying other children, 9 times out of 10, when you look behind the curtain, they either being bullied by somebody in the neighborhood, because then the victim becomes the predator to survive in a certain extent. And again, it's learned behavior. So I'm not surprised at all, because we're in a time now where you can see it on social media. You can see it, in the neighborhoods. You can see it in the jobs, because I'm in corporate America and it happens there as well, So, I mean, I'm not surprised.
And the thing is, when we talk about it being passed down from one family to another, these ideas, the mentality, it's just one of those things where, you see a lot of people, they got speeches and they doing a lot of talking, and many times we still have to deal with it after the talk. That's why I said we can't talk about these things. We have to get active and actually find a real solution to, or at least give relief to the kids that are being victimized. At least a plan for
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Needs a safety plan.
And there should be a safety plan. And like I said, there should be some rails put up where if a child is being bullied, the principals and the teachers take accountability for what's taking place in the classroom and at the school, and the parents. When my daughter was in school, anytime there was any type of incident, I'm showing up. And even if, there was one thing that I can say about my daughter's school, her elementary school from 2nd grade to 8th grade, which is St. Marcus Lutheran, is they'll come to your house. Like, we're having issues. We can't seem to get you on the phone, but, knock on a door or two. Because, again, we have to make sure that the consequences that usually come behind bullying it's either, again, when we see the school shootings, when we're seeing children who are taking weapons, when you're seeing, children who are unaliving themselves or attempting to do so, when you see children who are cutting themselves. I mean, you name it. It's just so much is weighing on us being having the knowledge to do something when we see it, say something when we see it. And as a parent, I think a lot of times we ask all the wrong questions. When our kids say that they okay, again, anytime it comes to anything traumatic, that okay usually be enough for us because we going through too. So if they put on a fake smile and say everything good because they seeing that you stressed out already with your job and trying to take care of certain things, so they take it upon themselves and suffer in silence, it don't get no better. So we definitely need to have something in place for, even if with my daughter, I also made it for her to, if she's seen somebody getting bullied, to step up. And if they not saying something, she needed to say something, So, I mean, yeah, we definitely need a plan in place.
Right. And many times I say, we as parents, and when we talk about these schools, we have to be more actively involved in these schools.
Absolutely.
And many times I think that we kind of, unless it's something going on like report cards coming out or, activities, we have to get even a little bit more active. But like I said, I'm talking about as a family, because, people work, some people work, but if you can get the village or get the family together and say, okay, on Tuesdays, you just going to go up there for an hour at the school. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Somebody in the family just to go up there and just sit in the class or just participate. If you're sending your children to this school, the family should be involved in the school, to
Absolutely.
show that this child has people that love them, and
Absolutely.
it kind of puts up this kind of protection barrier over the child.
It does. When you're active, again, and that I was pivotal about making sure my daughter had a village, knowing that I had to work a full-time and a part-time job just to maintain for her extracurricular activities. I made sure, her godparents, her aunt, when I couldn't show up to something, there was always somebody there, and they knew. But not only that, when she was at Vincent High School, I would show up for other kids. I'm showing up for them when there's an issue and I see it, I'm going to address it. I'm going to talk not only to the kid, if I have to, take them home and talk to their mother or their father or whoever. Because again, we all need help. And until we looking outside of ourselves, when you see a problem and you have the ability to address it, why not? That's just like you and me when we go to these school board meetings. Your kid's not in public school. Right. My daughter's been out, but I'm still showing up because these are still our children.
The one thing I can say is that we as a people, we have to bring the resolve, because we have left it in the hands of people that are not bringing the resolve for so long. And many times we feel that, okay, these are the people that's supposed to know what to do. And many times our voices go unheard. The mother that reached out to me, she told me that she had came up to the school multiple times, talked to the teacher, did all of that. So what do you do when you did all the right steps and your daughter come home with her hair missing from being snatched out?
Come on. Again, like who's held accountable? Because the school should be. When you've done everything, you done put you done blew the whistle to let them know what's taking place. At some point, again, the school, the teacher, everybody needs to be held accountable, because there should have been meetings with the parent, the other student. Again, all of this money that we're throwing at these schools, we should have guardrails up for these instances where, because I remember back in the day, you could go to your school counselor. You know, like if a teacher seen that you were having an issue with another student, she'll send you to the counselor, and the counselor send you to the office if it seemed like it was escalating. There should be a level of documentation, one, and two, a point to where we started suing these schools. Because, I mean, again, that's just like the parents that's suing the school who kids was locked in the boiler room. If that wasn't bullying, I don't know what that was, you know, like.
Wow. That had to be a nightmare.
Come on.
Well, look.
As an adult, doing that to children.
That video is just horrible.
Absolutely.
But when we come back,
bullying.
I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits at the Fiserv Forum.
Jump pass to the corner right. Elam, 10 on the shot clock. Back out for Zech. Logo 3 for Zech. It's pure. It's pure. It's a 7-point lead. 65-58. I didn't think he was going to shoot that thing. I'm glad he did.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 3:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 4 p.m.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown.
Yes, sir.
We had another powerful conversation about bullying. Also, I wanted to ask you this question because I know You know who Stacey Dash is. Why you laughing? You know who Stacey Dash
Lord,
is.
I hope she on her meds.
When it all falls down.
Look,
Stacey Dash was the it girl back in the 90s. But I guess she done got her OnlyFans.
It's all bad outside, you know. It's all bad. You know, she's been mentally unstable for a minute. Again, it just goes to show you how the illusion of what Hollywood will have you doing, you know, I mean, even as adults right now, being that you're not it, you wind up on OnlyFans. The addiction to, you know, the dopamine is above and beyond egregious, but usually, I mean, I guess as long as she's doing something productive that she want to do, I mean, hey, it's whatever, but it's a sad day. I mean, Skid Row for these so-called A-listers back in the day, it's a sad thing. I'm glad I never got accepted to the Mickey Mouse Club. I'm just glad that I'm grateful, you know, that I never was able to get into that, because now you're as a regular person looking back on all of the people who we thought was living a certain way and having certain things, they got the fame and not the fortune, because she's not the only one on OnlyFans, right? You know, it's all bad. God bless her and anybody who paying to watch her, you know.
Wow. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, it's hard times out here for Hollywood.
Clearly,
hard times in Hollywood,
it's crashing. Man. It's crashing hard. So, hey, God bless.
When it all falls down.
Literally. Collapse.
Well, let me get your final thoughts on the show today.
I mean, again, as always, King, so pivotal when we're talking about bullying, when we're talking about our community. Again, we have to make sure that we're looking at the effects or the cause and not the effects of bullying, where it's coming from, how it's taking place, who's dropping the ball and overlooking certain things. Again, we have to get back in order. And that's man, woman, and child. Because when we get back there, then a lot of things don't slip through the cracks. If mom don't have to work 12-hour shifts, she can show up and do what she needs to do. Again, it doesn't matter what we do if we ain't doing it right.
Right.
We're going to always have, you know, mishaps. And the sad part, again, one thing that 2025 has shown us, everybody can be touched. And literally, you can tell a lot about a community that when the children are being preyed on and are being allowed to prey on each other, and when the elderly are being chewed up and overlooked and unheard and left out, locked out. It's a reality check for those of us who are considered the foundation, like I said, and that will be Generation X, because we're right in the middle of our parents are the elders. We're right in the middle. Then it's our children, you know. We're out here. We're fighting a hell of a battle, and we have to turn it to the superhero. Salute to Andrew for making you that hero.
Andrew, put that back up. Andrew, put the superhero thing back up. Let me see this again. Because to me, it looked cheesy. I mean, how come nobody ain't saying nothing about this?
It's the principle.
This imagery in the chat. Then he got me with the biggest cheese on, and you know, look at this. Look at this. Somebody look at this.
Chisel, you know, got the nice little cape on. It ain't got a hole in it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, it don't have a hole in it.
I want to be.
You are the most requested advocate.
I want the explosion. I want the, you know, the big 4th of July. You know, I need that in the background. But he did have a flag in the background, I guess.
You asking to see. You just have to appreciate. You have to appreciate the sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember we was just talking yesterday about
I ain't tell y'all the
We
real
was just
bone
talking
in the
about
chat.
receiving. You have to receive it, Tory.
I'm
We
receiving
was just
it.
talking yesterday about just
I said he
receiving
can-
it.
I
Just
said he can
receive
post
it. Say thank you. You know, again, a lot of people see you like that. So salute to Andrew
wow.
from seeing that vision.
Well,
I like
look,
it.
Look, now you done made him feel good about it. I mean, like I said, we go work with it. Josh says, let me find out Tory from Wakanda. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You from somewhere different.
He said trust him on it, so I'm gonna let him rock with it and see what happens.
Absolutely. I love it. Absolutely. So, I mean, powerful show as always. We're dealing with real life issues in real time. So I would just say, you know, to Truth Nation, again, we are in trying times. That doesn't mean that we can't turn this ship around one person at a time, one moment at a time. Again, change our minds to change our lives. And like I said, there's no better time than the present to get in front of, be proactive and not reactive. The awareness is out here on the Tory Lowe Show of what's taking place, what needs to be addressed, and what we need to do to address it. Again, we have to make sure we're looking at the results versus the resultless individuals who we are allowing to lead us, because you're not going to go no farther than the leader, the person you looking to for the answers that don't have none, then continue to expect chaos.
That's wild, because I was just saying yesterday, you know, many times we think that people have a great idea, but that's experimental, you know, and we've been experimented on since the beginning. So I think that's now, and it don't have to happen. A lot of people, only reason you accepting it because you don't know what to do, and you don't, you know, you looking for somebody else to know what to do. But at the end of the day, all you have to do is get out, get active, get on these front lines, and then work your way
figure it
up,
out.
you know. And like I said, that's why I ain't finna let nobody.
Because you don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't have to know what to do. We know what's not working. So as long as you know what's not working, anything else is better than what's not working.
Right.
Let's just do something new. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like, if this
way.
person is the same person that continue to allow certain things to happen, just leave that person and try something new. We know the ending of this movie: failure, no results, suffering, doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something else, and we'll figure it out.
Hey, like I said, hey, you can't experiment on me. I be people be like, come to this meeting. What they talking about? Well, they trying to, you know, do. I said, no.
I'm good.
We ain't finna do that.
That part.
All right, well, Queen, I appreciate you for tapping in as usual. Hey, they'll walk you in the circle if you let them, but
hey, I'm not in the wilderness for 40 days or 40 years or 40 nights.
They gonna try.
I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna take my chances. So
you ain't gonna make it to
let's
the
get it,
promised
King.
land, I guess. All right, Queen, I appreciate you for tapping in as usual.
Salute
for being on the front lines. Hey, look, salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful chat. Salute to everybody in the chat today. Look, the chat was off the chain today. There's a lot going on. If you ain't joined the chat, you missing out. Salute to everybody that called into the show. The lines had that smoke today. Ha! Bullying, it's a problem. But we gonna work to find out how we can be more resolutions, make more resolutions. I'll be at the school tomorrow. When I get on the show, I'll have more information about a bullying situation that I was told about today. I'll be there tomorrow at the school. We'll have that conversation when tomorrow comes. But look, keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go. But look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.